Ever wondered how South Africa, a nation rich in gold and diamonds, has a tumultuous economic journey? Let's go back to the beginning. The dawn of the apartheid era, a dark period that lasted from 1948 to 1994, was characterized by a deeply entrenched system of institutionalized racial segregation. This system not only divided the Rainbow Nation along racial lines, but also significantly influenced its economic landscape. The economy of South Africa during this period was dominated by the mining industry. A wealth of gold and diamonds flowed from the heart of the nation, but it was a wealth that was not shared equally. The mining industry was controlled by a white minority who reaped the lion's share of the profits. Meanwhile, the vast black majority was systematically excluded from significant economic participation. These policies of economic exclusion were not incidental. They were a deliberate and integral part of the apartheid system, designed to maintain white supremacy and control over the economic resources of the nation. The black population was primarily confined to low-paying jobs and denied access to skilled and semi-skilled occupations in the mining industry. They were relegated to the status of cheap labor, a resource to be exploited without sharing the wealth that their work helped to generate. This economic disparity was further exacerbated by policies that limited black ownership of land and restricted their movement, further limiting their economic opportunities and perpetuating a cycle of poverty and economic disenfranchisement. So, what we see is a nation rich in resources but with an economy that was fundamentally skewed. The apartheid era, with its policies of racial segregation and economic exclusion, set the stage for a deeply unequal economic landscape. However, the winds of change were beginning to blow. The struggle for freedom and equality was gathering momentum, and with it, the promise of economic reform. So, the apartheid era set the stage for a deeply unequal economic landscape, but change was on the horizon. With the end of apartheid in 1994, South Africa faced the daunting task of reforming its economy. The new era beckoned an urgent need to transform the economic landscape, which was marred by years of racial segregation and economic disparity. The post-apartheid government embarked on a journey of economic reform to address these inequalities. A key policy in this regard was the Black Economic Empowerment Strategy, known as BE. The objective of this policy was to redistribute wealth and opportunities to the previously disadvantaged black majority. This was not just about giving a leg up to those who had been left behind, but it was about creating a more inclusive and sustainable economy where everyone had a fair shot. BE sought to promote economic transformation by encouraging black ownership in businesses, fostering skills development, and stimulating entrepreneurship. It was a bold and ambitious plan, one that aimed to rewrite the economic narrative of a nation. But like all ambitious plans, it was not without its challenges. One of the major stumbling blocks was corruption. While BE aimed to level the playing field, some unscrupulous individuals and entities exploited the policy for personal gain. This led to a situation where instead of broad-based empowerment, benefits were often concentrated in the hands of a few. Another challenge was the slow pace of change. Despite the implementation of BE, the economic divide remained stark. Many black South Africans continued to live in poverty, with the dream of economic empowerment still a distant reality. This was a sobering reminder that economic reform is a marathon, not a sprint. In addition to these domestic reforms, South Africa also began to integrate more with the global economy. This was a significant shift from the isolation of the apartheid era. The country became a member of the World Trade Organization, began participating in international trade agreements, and attracted foreign investments. This integration with the global economy brought its own set of challenges and opportunities. On one hand, it exposed South Africa to global economic trends and fluctuations, making it vulnerable to external shocks. On the other hand, it opened up new markets for South African products and services, and brought in much-needed capital and technology. As we assess the impact of these economic reforms, it's clear that they have brought some improvement. There has been a rise in black ownership in businesses, increased access to education and skills development, and a certain degree of poverty reduction. However, the journey towards economic equality is far from over. The road is still steep and winding, fraught with obstacles and setbacks, but it's a road that South Africa must continue to tread, with resilience and determination, because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is not just economic prosperity, but economic prosperity for all. These reforms brought some improvement, but the road to economic equality in South Africa was still steep and winding. The nation's economic journey is a testament to its tenacity, its resilience, and its unwavering commitment to forge a more inclusive and prosperous future. Fast forward to today, South Africa's economy is still grappling with the legacy of apartheid. The economic landscape is marred by challenges that stem from decades of systemic inequality. High unemployment rates, particularly among the youth, and persistent income disparities remain key issues that the nation needs to confront. South Africa's unemployment rate, one of the highest globally, is a pressing concern. It's not just a statistic, it represents millions of people who are eager to work, to contribute yet remain sidelined. This is especially true for young South Africans who, despite their education and willingness to work, are faced with the harsh reality of joblessness. The youthful energy and potential that could be driving the economy forward are largely untapped, creating a ticking time bomb of social and economic instability. Now let's talk about income inequality. It's a worldwide issue. But in South Africa, the gap between the rich and the poor is startlingly wide. The legacy of apartheid continues to play out in the economic sphere, with a significant portion of the population still trapped in the cycle of poverty. The country's Gini coefficient, a measure of inequality, is one of the highest in the world, indicative of a deeply entrenched economic divide. This inequality is not just about income, it impacts access to quality education, healthcare, and opportunities, perpetuating a cycle of poverty that is difficult to break. Adding to these inherent challenges, global events have further strained South Africa's economy. The COVID-19 pandemic, for instance, has had a profound impact. The virus has not only claimed lives and overwhelmed healthcare systems, but it has also disrupted businesses, trade, and tourism, further exacerbating the unemployment crisis and widening the wealth gap. The pandemic has starkly highlighted the vulnerabilities in the economy and society, making the path to recovery even more challenging. But it's not all doom and gloom. Despite these obstacles, South Africa has shown resilience. It has weathered numerous economic storms in the past, and there's no reason to believe it won't do so again. The government, businesses, and the people are acutely aware of these issues and are working tirelessly to address them. There's a sense of urgency and a commitment to change, which is crucial in this journey towards economic equality. In the face of adversity, South Africa continues to strive for a better future. The nation is constantly exploring ways to stimulate economic growth, create jobs, and reduce inequality. It's a complex, multifaceted challenge that requires comprehensive solutions, innovative thinking, and most importantly, time. While the challenges are significant, South Africa's journey towards economic equality continues. The road may be long and fraught with difficulties, but the destination, a prosperous, inclusive economy, is well worth the journey. So where does South Africa go from here? It's a question that looms large but isn't without answers. The potential solutions lie in several key areas that could help propel South Africa's economic growth. Firstly, investing in education. By equipping the younger generation with the knowledge and skills to compete in a global market, South Africa can build a robust workforce. This not only ensures a future of empowered individuals but also fuels the economy's engine. Next, infrastructure development. The creation of roads, bridges, and telecommunication networks can provide the necessary backbone for economic activities. It not only connects different parts of the country, fostering internal trade and commerce, but also links South Africa with the rest of the world. Fostering entrepreneurship is another crucial aspect. By supporting small businesses and startups, the economy can diversify and become more resilient. Entrepreneurs can provide innovative solutions to local problems, create jobs, and contribute to the economic growth. Lastly, combating corruption. Ensuring transparency and accountability in all sectors is vital. This not only builds trust among citizens and investors, but also ensures that resources are used efficiently for the benefit of everyone. While these steps might seem daunting, they are not insurmountable. With the right strategies and concerted efforts from all stakeholders, South Africa can turn its economic trajectory around. While the road ahead is not easy, there is hope that South Africa can overcome its economic challenges. South Africa's economic journey is a tale of resilience and determination in the face of adversity. From enduring the economic impact of apartheid to embracing the challenges and reforms of the post-apartheid era, the nation has demonstrated its indefatigable spirit. Today, South Africa grapples with new economic hurdles, a testament to its ongoing journey towards economic equality. As we've seen, South Africa's economic journey is far from over, but with determination and resilience, the nation continues to strive towards economic equality. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mr. Explainer. Until next time, Keep exploring.